you like to type with purpose, you know? Like you like to
Should be a piano.
you like to
I was gonna
convey
say,
your
Type like
emotions.
you're playing piano. I don't
Yeah.
like it.
I don't like
I
it.
don't like it.
All right. Oh, fair
I'm
enough.
just kidding.
Fair enough.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Velocity Entertainment for another Monday night. I am your host, Kyle Leonard. Each and every week, we run around the internet and find all of the juicy little bits of fun news and information, throw them all together in a nice little neat package, and we bring them to you, and we kind of nerd out and rant about them. Alongside me, though, is the long hair, don't care, thug nasty, dropping them in the dirt, laying down the hurt, the all-knowing, almost Samoan, dishing out crosses, taking no losses, best blue eyes in Sioux Falls, Tanner Else. How's it going?
Excellent.
I am happy to hear that, man. You've had a good week.
It's great.
And there is no show without the man next to Tanner. He is the trash talker. Drops more bombs than Hurt Locker. He is the nerdiest, the flirtiest, and overall most luxurious Michael Otamendi.
I gotta do this with my tie every time you say that.
Until you choked yourself a little bit.
That's how it
And how are you?
is. I'm doing great. It's been a good week.
It feels so long because I miss you guys. Like, this is my favorite night of the week. I love
Hey,
coming
thanks,
here,
man. I was
nerding
gonna,
out.
I was
And
gonna ask how your elbow's doing.
so far, so good, man. Like, I've got the bandages and stuff off now. I like to clean it every morning, and then, like I said, I don't need the hardcore pain meds anymore. I'm floating pretty good on Tylenol and ibuprofen now. So now it's just I can't move it. Like, this is about the only range of motion I have in it, and I can't.
Make that motion one more time.
Nope.
Sure.
Sure won't.
I
But,
sure won't do that.
but yeah, I can't put any weight on it. Like, if I go to like push-up position or something like that, or
Sure.
try to get myself out of bed using my left arm, there's no hope of that. So my right arm's getting a little stronger through all of this, doing all the heavy lifting.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, I've had, like I said, I'm out of work, unfortunately, because there's not much I can do. Hopefully, I'm hoping by the end of, because I have a checkup or whatever, a week and a half or so from now, week and a half from now. I'm hoping they'll give me light duty at work and allow me to go back, because I get so stir crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I have watched a lot of movies, played a lot of games, though, which we'll talk about, but so it's fun to get caught up on all of that stuff. I got no shows left to watch. Well, I suppose we can just get right to it then, boys. We got a fun movie/TV game to play today, and then we'll have Pokemon at the end. It should be a good day.
Can't wait.
We'll start with movies, as always. So, one of the more surprising and kind of bigger stories I read earlier in the week was that the announcement that the Moonlight director, Barry Jenkins, will be bringing us his take on a Lion King sequel. Although The Lion King was kind of a mess with the fans, it still produced $1.6 billion at the box office, which means sequel. That's just common knowledge. Yeah, miss with the fan. It's hard to display emotion with like real animated lions.
Yeah.
Is this, so from what you read, are we doing sequel, like actual, like Lion King 2, like they did 2 and 2.5, or is it just going to be like a reboot of that?
So
live action style?
They've gone on to comment that the movie will be more of a follow-up rather than a sequel, rather than an all-out sequel, because it's kind of seen as how it'll kind of deal with backstories of some characters, primarily Mufasa, like a Mufasa backstory. And a script has already been written from the same writer as the first, expecting to obviously feature new songs. But I mean, how far back do you think this goes? Do we get like a young Mufasa? Like,
Yeah. The backstory of Pumbaa
I'm
and
with-
Timon. And
I'm with a Mufasa backstory. Like,
didn't they make a movie that showed the whole backstory of Pumbaa and Timon?
maybe that was that 1.5?
Or 2, was it 2, 1.5 or 2.5?
It was
1.5 maybe.
1.5.
I think it was Lion King 1.5 kind of showed
I think you're right.
what they were doing at the time of the beginning.
Yeah.
I think. Heaven knows there's been so many Lion King like spin-offs and sequels.
I know.
But I mean, like I said, the box office shows that this movie sold.
Mhm.
So I can imagine that there's a lot of people out there that are probably pretty stoked about a sequel.
I should probably finish the first one.
See,
See, I actually liked it.
And I don't hate any of the Disney remakes. I don't hate any of them. I just
it never builds up to your nostalgia.
I was gonna say, yeah, your nostalgia builds such a
Yeah.
high
Yeah.
wall for everything,
Exactly.
and like, there's no way anybody's ever gonna jump that wall. Like, I can already tell you, the Avatar series is probably doomed for the same reason. Like, even though, because like we were talking in one podcast, the original writers were on board for the Netflix show, and then they left because they were not going in the direction that they wanted to.
Sure.
So it's like, oh no, what's gonna happen with this show now? And everybody loves that show so much that I think it's already kind of doomed from the beginning. They can't do as bad as the Shyamalan version, though.
Yeah, that
what they do.
That was so bad.
He's the Avatar.
My fiance is a huge fan of Avatar. I'm never gonna let her watch that one.
Shout out to Anna for being a true Avatar nerd.
I still think it's funny that I
She's
saw
a weed.
that and I'd never seen the cartoon. And Kyle was like, "Yeah, we're starting it tonight."
Yeah, because he had only seen the M. Night Shyamalan version. He's like, it's getting real popular on TikTok and stuff. I'm like, you've never seen it? Oh man, it's on Netflix. Let's do this.
It's like, but the movie was so good. And then I saw the series.
Fun.
Maybe the movie would be good to a deaf blind person. Jamie Foxx, big fan.
Big fan of
Big
Jamie
fan of
Foxx.
Jamie Foxx.
Love him.
He confirmed that he will be reprising his role as Electro in the third MCU Spider-Man installment. The story started with rumors that he was in final talks to reprise his role. Since then, on Twitter, he has confirmed that he will be, in fact, returning as Electro. He also stated that the character won't be blue-skinned like the last one, which
That was kind of cool.
which kind of makes people wonder if it's going to be the same Electro from that one, or if he's just going to play Electro again in like a separate Electro.
Oh,
I hope he has like a similar backstory at least, though, because that was pretty cool.
I actually didn't like his backstory too much. Like a nerdy fanboy. I don't know. I don't like
Yeah,
it.
it was good.
but
I don't know how I feel.
Difference of
I don't know how I feel
opinions.
about the eels in a weird fish tank, but the rest of it.
the eel.
I didn't like the pushing his glasses up. Yeah, Spider-Man said hi to me. I didn't like any. It just didn't.
Maybe the push
You don't know
glasses up.
Spider-Man.
And then he does
fucking friend.
And then he does a complete 180 and starts murdering people in cold blood. Like, whatever.
Yeah, was there at least a snapping point? Was there at least like a,
I think
or
so.
what, did
It
he
was
just
during
go,
his first fight with Spider-Man.
oh,
Because he's like, Spider was like, "Hey, you remember me? Like, talk to me."
Oh,
And
Spider-Man didn't remember him.
And then somebody shot at him, and he was just like,
it's been
We're
so
crazy.
It's been so long since I've seen that. I always associate electricity with blue though, so if they don't choose blue, will it just be Jamie Foxx like normal?
I'm hoping, like, yeah, it'll be some sort of, because the original has like a arc scarred
Yeah.
star on his helmet, which obviously they're not going to do. It's cheesy.
Yeah, a little bit.
But like, I really like what they did with like the Spider-Man video game. He was electric burned, and it left the star-shaped burns on his head.
Oh.
Like, it fried his hair, and he had all the burns on his skin. And I really kind of liked that because it was the same shape,
Yeah.
but it wasn't a big flamboyant green tights.
Can I branch this into another so something that I thought would be super cheesy was when I heard in the Batman universe they were bringing Two-Face in. I was like, this is gonna be so because the cartoons of Two-Face is so cheesy. He's wearing like a half suit.
Even the Tommy Lee Jones version.
Yeah, it's just so cheesy.
Yeah.
But then when they brought it into The Dark Knight, I was like,
And they did the
that
burns.
is so good.
Yeah, they
So-
did the burns.
So bringing that back to Spider-Man,
Yeah.
if they did something like that, it would be so much less cheesy. How they did with Two-Face, and it would actually be kind of dark,
Yeah, obviously the MCU is not known for being super dark or anything.
yeah, that's more of DC's thing. Is being dark.
This has kind of led people to more rumors that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield could be coming back to play their respective Spider-Men in like a multiverse style team up movie.
"Are we gonna get like an actual live action Miles Morales one before they do that though?"
Not before.
No.
I think they'll.
Well, like, are they gonna have those guys playing theirs and then
If we-
cartoon hanging out with them on the screen?
I got another story coming later on in the TV section because they're doing a Kamala Khan TV show,
Mhm.
and she's got good friends with Miles Morales and kind of has a crush on him even at some points.
Ooh.
So I think if he shows up, it'll be for moments in that show, and then later on in movies if Sony can
That
work
makes-
out a deal
that
with
makes more
Disney.
sense.
But how do you guys feel about like a Sinister Six showing up in the movies? Like that's the six Doc Ock, Mysterio, Electro, Scorpion,
The Rhino, dude. Or not
Rhino.
Is it?
Oh, is it Rhino?
Yep, Rhino's in it, and then
The lizard dude. Is that who?
not Lizard. It's usually it varies between
Okay.
villains, but I mean in the game it was the Negative Man. Sometimes it's Vulture.
I remember. Okay, here's the thing. There's a villain, a Spider-Man villain named Shocker.
Yeah.
There's Electro and Shocker, and they're both like the same villain. yeah.
So the only difference, so the big difference between those two is that Shocker uses the gauntlets.
Oh,
The
so,
shock
so does he not even have superpowers?
No, he doesn't have.
It's like he uncontacted.
Yeah, those gauntlets like.
Oh,
Like,
so
create
he's much
shock
different
waves.
than Electro. Okay.
So they're different. Yeah, it's not electricity for Shocker. It's more like shock waves and,
Okay.
and so on and so forth. But I mean, because I heard an idea where it was like, if this Spider-Man movie were to happen, like the multiverse one, how do you establish a Sinister Six without having established all the other characters in Tom Holland's universe?
Yeah.
Well, you take Doc Ock and you take the Green Goblin from Tobey Maguire's movie. You take Electro and you take
Mm-hmm.
whoever else from Andrew Garfield, and then you take the Vulture and Scorpion or whatever from Tom Holland's, and you have all of them team up throughout a multiverse Sinister Six.
Mhm.
And like, I was like pumping my fist at that idea. I was like, that would be unbelievable, dude.
I'd say.
Like, bring back Sandman or something.
That really sounds good.
Oh yeah,
Ah.
I forgot about Sandman.
Like, yeah, Sandman and Doc Ock or whatever. Like, he survives Tobey
Where
Maguire's
does
movie.
where does Venom and Carnage fit into this? Are they not part of the Sinister Six?
It's hard. It's rough water. They're not part of the Sinister Six,
Okay.
no. But it's like rough water with the Venom verse right now because it's connected.
It's connected.
but it's not.
Because that might be
Mhm.
the favored Spider-Man villain of all time. I might.
Yeah, he's definitely a big
Yeah.
favorite.
Oh, I'm so excited for Woody Harrelson to play Carnage. Like,
Oh yeah.
I
As
saw
long as
that end.
they got rid of that cheesy wig, and he's So I'm with it
They had to throw some red color in there to give us an idea.
because the
of
symbiotes
yeah.
because the symbiotes are some of my favorite antagonists in the world. Like,
Right.
It's like Absolute Carnage or whatever,
Oh,
where
yeah.
Carnage takes over the entire Marvel universe.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, so cool, dude. Like,
Isn't Carnage supposed to be like 10 times more powerful than Venom? Like the symbiote?
yeah, because he's like pure hatred.
And then there's like Toxin or something and Riot who are
Yeah,
like
Toxin, right? Well, they're all Venom's kids.
Oh, they're all Venom's kids. Oh. Okay.
Yep. Not in the movie, but
The
Yeah.
more you know.
in the comic books, they're all Venom's children. There's Riot and Toxin and Carnage and all of these guys.
Yeah.
And then there's like, you got Anti-Venom, who is like, it goes deep. I can sit here and
Stan Lee went deep on everything.
but there's a lot of source material there for cool stuff. Like, hopefully Carnage isn't a one movie kill
Mhm.
kind of bad guy, because there's some really cool stuff they can do with Carnage, especially if they can use like MCU people. Like, if they decide, you know what, screw it, let's do a Maximum Carnage movie where stinking. I'm trying to think of the superheroes that are left. Oh my gosh, Captain Marvel gets snapped up by Carnage. I'm like, an Iron Man, nope, dead.
Yeah.
Captain American, Thor, dude, Thor
Thor.
Carnage.
If they ever kill off Thor, then the MCU universe just hurts.
I don't think they'll kill him off. I think they'll send him to,
Oh,
be.
I feel like they've already sent him off like twice.
kind of.
Because he's not even.
Ragnarok takes place during Infinity War.
Well, because the next one, he's not even like Thor in it. Natalie Portman's gonna play Thor in the next one.
Wait, what?
Yeah. They're,
I didn't know.
They're adapting the Lady
Shit's
Thor.
something else right now.
What,
Yeah, I'm about to
What do you
walk
want me
out.
to say? He's obviously he's Thor. Obviously he's Thor. I'm not saying they're going to be like, oh well, he's a damsel in distress now, but they're going to adapt the female. They're going to adapt the female Thor storyline for the next Love and Thunder, in which Natalie Portman picks up Mjolnir and like becomes, or not Natalie Portman, but Jane Foster picks up. It's got to be Natalie Portman.
What have like 30 people picked up this hammer? What's so cool about this hammer anymore? this hammer's a piece of garbage.
At least in the MCU, it's been what, 3?
Three.
Yeah.
Thor, Vision, and Captain America.
And in the comics, it
Captain
was,
America. Well, yeah. So then, if she does, that makes 4.
Well, yeah, so far
So-
it hasn't come out yet, Tanner.
well, and then
I don't want it to.
As of this moment, why not? I think it's gonna
well,
be
and
awesome.
then the villain in the Thor movie, she picked it up. What's her name?
Oh, their sister.
Hela.
Hela. Yep.
It's and then in the comics, another like 5 people can pick it up. I'm
Yeah.
like, this thing's garbage.
Yeah,
this
there's
thing's
a
garbage.
few sucks. There's a few people that have picked up the hammer.
That's funny.
You say the same thing every time. You are worthy.
You are
I knew it.
Really, he just bought it at a Kmart. Like, it's just,
So, After opening back up for a short amount of time, just a real quick bullet story here. Regal Cinemas has announced that they will be once again temporarily closing all of their United States locations.
Sucks. That's my favorite brand.
Yeah.
Here, yeah.
And it's just temporary. There's no substance. The news comes after yet another movie delay, which we'll talk about. Sources say that this will affect around 40,000 employees in the United States. Company has gone on record saying that it's like a grocery store that has no fruits, vegetables, or meat. There's just not enough product to stay open. This comes,
Well, see, and I don't know if they're doing it or anybody else is really doing it, but I know like West Mall's been playing just a ton of like old.
Yeah, and I mean our theaters in town are doing that. They're playing Jurassic Park,
Yeah,
Black
like
Panther.
last week was
Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yep.
At West Mall.
Yep.
Like,
What do they charge? Do they charge full price or just like?
I'm assuming it's the same.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
probably.
mean, West Mall was already like $3.
Yeah, West Mall. West Mall, they can't give you much of a
Yeah.
price break for
Sure.
that.
True. So we're gonna take a hop and a skip and a jump into the delay corner. 2 items on the delay corner today. 007 No Time to Die has been once again delayed to April 2021. And Dune has also been delayed to October
I
2021.
was excited about Dune.
I was too. That film was originally set to release in December of this year. So
Come on.
that's a bummer. That's a remake of the old Dune. I was big excited for that movie.
Yeah.
Couple of delays. That's all we got for you. There's going to be a delay every episode. I'm telling you, from now on
Yeah.
until the end of the coronavirus.
To the delay corner.
So after watching Enola Holmes myself, I couldn't resist. I had some free time, obviously. I can absolutely agree with all of the positive feedback that it's been getting. The movie's delightful. Fourth wall breaking is a fun ride.
I love that. Yeah.
Millie Bobby Brown shines, like just steals the show. It's her movie, but you know. On top of all of that, the mystery she's given to solve is actually a really good one. Because of the likability of the characters, you kind of find yourself feeling bad at some points, feeling proud, happy during certain character moments, all while laughing, like pretty hysterically sometimes. I know I don't have very many options this year to compare it to. I've seen like 6 movies, brand new total. But this is going to go down as one of my top movies of 2020 so far, without a doubt. So definitely watch that movie.
Really made plans to watch that with you today and then napped. So kind of.
That's okay. We'll do it later. We'll do it tonight. We're talking Halloween movies. Then remember Friday Night Lights. Now we're gonna watch Enola Holmes.
4 a.m. can't come soon enough.
Yeah.
To this.
I said that'll take a while.
It will. It definitely will.
All right, boys. That's all I got for movie news, which means we're gonna roll into this little game that we created today. So
Get my list out real quick. I'm ready to rock and
you
roll.
do what you got to do. So today we're gonna be listing the top 5 movie characters that we all love to hate, as well as the top 5 movie characters we hate to love, and then we're gonna do it with TV characters. So I'm gonna also grab my list. And you want to start it off, Mike, or you want me to go?
Oh, I suppose I could start off because my first list of 10 is pretty basic. Should we just go around and do movies first and then?
Yeah, we can do movies first.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do the love to hate first.
Yeah.
And then,
My movie one is pretty basic because, like you said, this is way harder than TV show.
right. Yeah.
So my 5 characters that I love to hate. I'm starting out with. I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan, so I'm starting out with Lord Denethor from Lord of the Rings. He's he's the steward of Gondor, who's like, flee. He's like, flee your foes, flee for your lives.
Him and his
Yeah.
grapes.
Yeah, everyone hates him. Everyone hates him. I was gonna actually put Gollum, but I thought Lord Denethor, and I only did one from Lord of the Rings. Jar Jar Binks from Star Wars. Hate him.
Should we circulate?
Oh,
Just so-
oh no,
just so,
we
'cause-
can do that.
Yeah, that way. Because I had
sorry,
Jar Jar.
okay, I'm
I had Jar Jar too.
Oh,
so
shoot, I'm
you're
sorry.
good. You're good.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We'll circulate that way. If
Yeah.
somebody else
Of course.
repeats it, then you have time to.
So you guys are doing all like nerd shows, and my first one has nothing to do with any of that.
My first one is Harry Potter.
What?
Yeah, Dolores Umbridge.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like Harry Potter the person.
Yeah.
She's right. She's right there on mine too. She's right.
We're all
Yep.
gonna be saying ones that we've all.
Yeah.
Yeah, the movies, I think, yeah. There's a couple in here that might surprise you guys.
Okay.
What about you? Number 1, you said.
Well, my number 1 was Dolores.
Okay.
Oh, that's your number 1? That's my number 1.
My number two is something you guys would not expect.
Okay.
Regina George, Mean Girls.
Mean Girls,
Oh.
yeah. Okay.
fucking hate her so much.
I know Anne is going to say something about that here.
Yeah, raise your hand if you've ever been personally victimized by Regina George.
She just put the laughing emoji.
Good poll, dude. Mean Girls, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
And
I
then you
already did
got
my
Jar Jar?
second one. Jar Jar Binks.
I'm gonna just go right for it here. Bella Swan, man.
Oh, get up.
I hate her.
Right now.
I hate her. I hate her to death from Twilight. Oh, she's the worst part of that movie, dude. We've
She
said this
is,
on
but
the pod.
it gets
I can't
somewhat
stand it.
bearable in like the last 3.
Isn't she like the worst actress
Yeah.
ever?
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
I don't know. I never watched Charlie's Angels.
Oh, I forgot she was in that reboot.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. I never
Sure,
watched
I think
Underwater
I think a lot of people.
She
hate
was
her.
really good in that American Ultra movie.
Oh,
with
was-
Jesse Eisenberg. Right?
Yes.
Okay, I did see that one.
She was good.
But she was kind of like a quiet stoner-ish girl in that movie, wasn't
I will
Or,
say
stoners?
I did. I was gonna put her on my list because I know everyone like hated her, but I chose against it. I'm like, if I say Twilight here, they're all gonna make fun of me.
All right, we going? Oh, back to me now.
Go, yeah.
All right, so this one's like a 2-for-1 because in the same movie you get my number 3 and one of my honorable mentions. So Percy from The Green Mile.
Okay.
That dude was
Okay.
the guard that was a jerk, right? And then
Okay.
also the cell dude that was all crazy, Wild Bill.
Mild Bill.
Honorable mention.
Ah,
yeah.
so you gotta make some. Yeah.
Yeah, I put them both in there.
Way to just take two of them.
Well, there's I put one
Because
of my
I
honorable
had
mentions.
Wild Bill on my list.
Oh,
so,
did
if
you?
so if you'd have just said Percy, I could have said Wild Bill. Stand up and fight me.
2-for-1. 2-for-1. That's what you get for saying Umbridge, bro.
Stole it. Well, my third one is Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs.
Ooh.
I think people hate him quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good
I
poll,
like
dude.
him. He's so smart.
Yeah.
Smart dude, man.
He was. Yeah.
All right. My number 3 is Wild Bill.
Guess
Guess I'll go to number 4. Number 4, I put Gollum / Denethor just in case somebody else
really?
said the other one. So I'll go Gollum.
Lesson learned.
See, and I accidentally said both of them. I'm sorry. Well, I didn't really.
Yeah, see, I'm just getting raked over the
Railed,
polls.
right?
So am I. I thought of mine have been taken.
You guys ready?
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
Jenny, Forrest Gump.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a
really?
great poll, dude. I agree.
I don't like her.
I don't like her either, but I think they did that so like maybe she was like socially like I don't know.
I'm pretty sure she brought some AIDS back into that house when she came back, and I'm not cool with it.
I can't even explain. I agree with you. I hate her. I was trying to find something there to defend her. There was nothing.
Yeah.
There was nothing.
Every time she leaves, I'm just like, why? Why would you do that to him?
You're a piece of garbage.
Exactly.
Well, my fifth one is from Harry Potter, Draco Malfoy.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough. Love
So-
to hate. Love to hate.
so I didn't really steal one, but yeah. Well, because you guys said
My next one was Jar Jar Binks,
oh.
which we can find common ground on. Everybody loves to hate Jar
I just
Jar.
feel like you guys went like super. All the nerd movies, and mine are just not in
Well,
that category. Like,
Oh shoot!
Maybe I
didn't
saved
do
the
that.
best for last.
I skipped my fourth
Maybe.
one. You go. Or should I go?
He can
I
go.
hiccuped.
I'll say Jar
Oh,
Jar.
I thought you already went
again.
35. I'm
Well,
sorry.
so this is my fifth one then.
Okay.
Anybody else has a fourth one?
No, you go
Fifth
ahead.
one.
You go ahead.
Calvin Candy, Django Unchained.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, go.
With the shotgun, is that yours?
Yes.
No!
It's on my list. From the Django.
Oh man!
I was like,
2 for 1. Yeah, buddy.
I thought no one had that one. I thought
Oh, dude.
no one.
Well, it's because I think the reason I thought of it is because that meme's been coming up so much lately. Where
Oh.
he's making the face.
Breaks
That
down.
is that's a,
Yeah, that's I was scrolling and I'm like, good movie.
That's a
I
good
saw
pull, dude. That's a good pull. So hard that both of you guys had it.
I thought no one would have that one.
I threw Emperor Commodius down from Gladiator.
Oh,
Okay.
everyone hates it.
Everybody
so
hates that guy, dude.
Such a piece of garbage.
For an honorable mention, I threw down Patrick Bateman, American Psycho,
Oh yeah.
and then Cruella DeVille.
Oh,
I
Okay.
threw down her too. Killing dogs, not
Sure.
cool, dude.
not cool.
Not cool, dude.
She had her subtle upsides though too. Like she was the first like real female villain that I grew up watching.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was like,
she really was.
yeah,
Kinda.
because all the villains.
Wicked
I
Witch
grew-
of the West, maybe.
yeah. Oh yeah. True.
My honorable mention was Saruman.
Oh. Well, there you
Okay, yeah.
Completely could have been good at like every turn. And
Yeah.
was just like,
And
I'm
then just
scared.
wasn't. And then just
I'm
wasn't.
scared of this big dude, so I'm just gonna be his little bitch now.
go.
So don't like him.
That's true.
All right, boys.
That's true.
Hate to Love.
All
I'll
right.
start this one off. How about, because it's already been said, Calvin Candy.
Oh,
You-
no.
Good shit,
So
dude.
much.
You two are gonna get up.
Oh man.
Because, man, I mean, the stuff he's saying and doing, you're like, ooh, wish he wasn't saying that. But he's such a good actor.
But you love Leonardo DiCaprio.
And he's, yeah, and
Oh,
you
you like
love
that.
Leonardo. So it's like, yeah, I couldn't help it. I loved it. I hate that I love him, but he's so good in that movie. What you got?
Killmonger, Black Panther.
Oh, great pull, dude. I didn't even
Oh,
have that
I
on
loved
the
him,
list.
dude. Like I couldn't. I understood why he was in the positions that he was in, and like trying to like take the throne. Everybody disliked him, but
Right.
I could see where he was coming from. Like, let's share what we have with the world. I get it.
Yeah.
That's why I
Wrong
really
way,
liked him.
wrong way to do it.
Exactly.
Right idea.
Right
Yeah.
idea. Yeah.
So we've actually talked about that before. Villains that you
Mhm.
can actually understand.
Yeah.
I
It was relatable.
well, I'll actually loop back to that and go to the fifth one on my list. As the first one, I have Thanos from MCU because it's the same thing. Like, I get where he's coming from. Like, when he
Same.
explained why he was doing what he was doing, I was like, oh my gosh, like Thanos
Yeah,
a
it makes
genius,
sense,
but
yeah.
he's an evil person.
He's just going about it the wrong
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
You know, like
So-
instead of doubling resources,
Exactly.
slaughter half the planet.
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
his
I
argument
never
was,
thought before.
Like double the planet.
double resources.
Like Earth is getting too small for humans. Make another Earth.
yeah.
Send half of them there.
What was his argument though? His argument was eventually there won't. I don't know what his. Yeah, that's silly though. I
Whatever
agree.
it was, it ain't good.
It
It
wasn't
ain't good enough.
Ain't
Josh
good.
Brolin.
not enough to kill off
Cable.
Black Panther. I think he killed.
So
off.
I had Hate to Love. I had Draco Malfoy under Hate to Love.
Same. He's
Oh.
my number two.
Oh come on!
He's my
dude,
number two,
nice, nice, dude.
Why do you guys love him?
I love Malfoy.
I think it was in Half Blood Prince when Harry uses that spell of Snape's and like slices him in half basically, and he's like bleeding on the ground,
Yeah.
and then he ends up like, oh, you have to kill Dumbledore, and he doesn't want to do it. I was
Oh,
like, okay, he didn't want to
So-
do it. It was a good like
it's the
character arc.
redeeming quality.
Yeah, redeeming quality.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, there was a good deleted scene from Deathly Hallows Part 2 that I wish wasn't deleted, where when he throws Harry Potter's wand to him or whatever when he wakes up, he throws it to him as he's running to the Hogwarts side. And they cut that scene out, and I was like, oh man,
So
that would
side
have been so much better.
side note, why are some of the deleted scenes they take out better than the actual scenes? And then you're like, why did you
I
take
think
this out?
a lot of it's got to do with time purposes, but
Yeah,
other ones I
right.
feel like when they release that special edition with all the deleted scenes, they want people to buy that.
But,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that was
that's fair.
the biggest for Lord of the Rings, the
Yeah,
extended
'cause
editions. Oh,
Endgame was a huge example of both sides of the
Oh, yeah, yeah.
deleted scene coin. The one where everybody kneels for Iron Man. Great scene. I wish that would have made it into the movie.
Yeah.
We'll Google it when you're out of here.
Okay.
And then the other one is where Tony Stark meets, his daughter when she's like an adult.
Yeah.
Didn't sit right with me. Like
yeah.
it would have made more sense for it to be the little kid or
Sure.
somebody else, because you've never seen this character before.
Yeah.
Just didn't feel right. Didn't feel the connection.
Yeah.
Who are we on?
Because you did yours.
We had.
Oh, you had the
for
same one.
too, so.
Mine is pretty basic. It's really Darth Vader from Star Wars because I think he's.
I gotta have Vader.
Yeah, well, because I love him as a villain. Like, you gotta love Darth Vader. So,
Right.
plus his backstory,
Yeah.
he might have the most extensive backstory I've seen in a villain, which we talked about in an earlier podcast episode. I want an extensive backstory personally.
I can agree.
Yeah,
I can agree.
episodes 1 through 3, that's all it was about.
Yeah, all about Vader.
Mhm.
So I also had Thanos, but I skipped that one. So I'm gonna go Pennywise.
Oh,
For it.
good.
Like
I can see that. I can see that.
bad dude, real bad dude.
You love this guy.
But you just can't help but love him, dude. Oh,
You just love clowns.
man, I don't know.
Sneaking out
Just,
of
You
sewers.
tell that to my sleepless
Be it-
nights, kind of.
be it the acting from both actors that portrayed him,
yeah.
be it the acting or whatever it is, there's just some sort of like charm to it that I just love to watch.
So I feel like, and I hope it happens at some point in my lifetime. I hope we get like another remake, and they use like all the stuff that's in there, because stuff that was in the book about like this turtle.
Yeah, the turtle guy.
The turtle stuff. Yeah, I want some of that. So I want it to
wasn't
be more
there
like
like
a
a-
supernatural.
Wasn't there like a gang rape? In the
Yep,
book?
you can wait your entire life and you're never gonna see that. They all like hook
Well,
up.
there was
they
a
all, like,
turtle.
hook up with each other.
There was
Yeah.
a turtle in the movie.
Yeah.
In the newest one, it was just
Yeah.
like they were by the river and he just like jumps in.
Oh, really?
But that's all you ever see.
Because
Right.
isn't okay? I don't want to give anything away. I won't say it. I won't say it.
All right.
Fair enough.
Number 3 for me,
Let's hear it, buddy.
Bane, Dark Knight Rises.
Bane.
Oh, he's great.
Great
I
pull,
did
dude.
like Bane.
Great pull.
But he still kind of gives me like nightmares a little bit. But I love him. But I love
I think
him.
it's the scene where he like messes Batman up and like breaks his back. It's like all the stuff he says. Yeah, all the stuff he says during that scene about how he's awesome and Batman isn't.
Oh, you think the doctor's is your ally?
I never thought that voice could be scary. I'm like, that's like a weird voice.
It's like an Elmo voice.
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit.
And then I ended up being scared of it as the movie went on. I'm like, oh no.
Perhaps he's wondering why you would shoot a man before throwing him out of an airplane.
It would be very painful for you.
I don't know why it's like a combination of like just something and Elmo, like a clown and Elmo.
Really quick shout out: the football team in that movie was the Pittsburgh Steelers. I loved that.
They sure were.
Boo, boo.
I heard they were going down next week.
Yeah, didn't they all die too in that movie?
Well,
Gotham's
Heinz
Ward.
Ward definitely did because he was right in the middle of that earthquake.
Oh, dude, yes.
Heinz Ward went
Heinz
down.
Ward is like, oh, yeah. And then there's one person alive.
Pretty
so
much.
rip to the Steelers. But my third one. Are we on third?
Yeah, go ahead. Yep, what you got?
I like Smaug from The Hobbit because I love that he's smart. He's like intelligent. He can talk to the humans, and he like riddles. He riddles with oh, you know who I'm thinking of. The main character. Yeah,
I
Bilbo.
was like, I don't feel like we need to say this for you.
Yeah.
Why do we look at you to figure this out on yourself?
Because I'm like a big.
This is a nerdy podcast. Thank you very much.
And I'm a huge Lord of the Rings nerd. But Smaug, I like Smaug as a villain. Like,
Good pull, dude.
he's a good one.
And then Benedict Cumberbatch playing
Oh,
in that
so
live
good.
action
Yeah,
movie.
so good.
Oh,
So good.
killed it. What do I got? I got Scar from The Lion King.
Oh.
It's animated.
Yeah.
Because Jeremy Irons, like I can't get enough of him.
Mm-hmm.
I just every second he's on the screen, I'm dialed in because his voice is just so menacing, and then the song,
It's like-
"Be Prepared."
Yes, my teeth
Oh.
and ambitions. Okay. That sounds good.
For the record, please, no suing us,
Oh yeah, sorry.
Disney. Thank you. All right, what you got, Tanner?
I got somebody who was on somebody's other list earlier.
Oh.
I love Gollum.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
okay.
absolutely love him.
Don't agree with that.
Do you like Gollum or do you like Smeagol?
I like Smeagol.
There you go.
okay.
I have
okay.
Gollum on
Here's
my
the
list.
thing,
You have
is-
Smeagol on
Think
yours.
about it. We all kind of know if it wasn't for him, A, would not have been successful.
Sure, for sure, no.
B, he wouldn't have thrown the ring in if he didn't basically get his finger bitten off.
That's true.
So
So it's like
kind of saved the day. He was a good dude for a little bit, and when he's running around being all cute, it's just
he unintentionally saved the day by being evil. Though.
yeah.
True.
But there was a part in the second one where he was just trying to be all cute and
Yeah.
this way, master. And I'm like, oh, look at this little gangly weirdo. He's so cute.
Look at this little scrawny gang.
Look at this gangly weirdo.
Oh man.
I will say that was some of the best CGI for that time
Oh,
period.
yeah.
When the
Serkis
movie
is-
came out.
Yeah.
Andy
He's
Serkis
amazing.
is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
What you got?
So I had this on a list from most lovable villains earlier was Gaston from Beauty and the Beast because he's the villain. He's the villain I want to
Off
be.
about this that one time. Really
He's like
like
he's
him.
really passionate about
Because
this.
if somebody said like, which villain do you want to be? I'm like, I want to be Gaston. He's the man.
Right,
He's the man.
He's
Like,
the man.
who wouldn't want to be
There's a
Gaston?
whole song about how awesome Gaston is.
And why did they have to kill him off? Just because he was a douche.
Just 'cause he was a-
Kill the beast.
I love Gaston. I will never stop loving him.
I like that poll, dude.
What's up for you?
My last one here. I think this is 4, right?
I got one more left after this.
Yeah. Okay. Tony Montana from Scarface.
Oh.
Oh man, bad dude. Feel bad when he's like dropping his face into mountains of cocaine. All right, probably shouldn't be doing that, dude. But
Give her a Quaalude. She'll love me in the morning.
but you got to go with the ice cream, man.
Guys,
That
she
movie's a
go, they
classic.
never lie.
All I have in this world is my balls and my word, and I don't break them for no one. Love Tony Montana, dude.
Again, please don't say this.
Good chances. But give us endorsements.
That too.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
So this is my last one then.
Yeah. Or yeah.
Short of honorable mentions, yeah.
Snape.
Oh.
Okay. Because you hate him for most of the movie,
You do.
and then right at the end, you're like, oh, my bad.
Well, it's and here one word. Ready? Always.
Yep.
Loved him. Sorry, couldn't
No.
do it.
Good
And then you
pull.
realize that throughout most of the stuff, he's actually looking after Harry.
Yeah.
Like,
Just
he
in a
was a dick
harsh
to him, but he was looking after him.
in a harsh manner.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I will be a jerk to you during school stuff, but when people are trying to kill you, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a good pull.
Tough love. I think they call it tough love.
Something like that.
I'm still in love with your mom. That's all it is.
You have her eyes.
Me.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Well, mine's pretty basic. Joker from Batman. I think he's a great villain.
like Heath Ledger, right?
Yeah, Heath Ledger, specifically Dark Knight, but I mean, even throughout the whole Batman universe, I think he's amazing. And they go into his backstory, how he's kind of like insane,
Right.
not just kind of.
It's kind of hard to not love the Joker.
Yeah, little bit.
That's for sure.
So it's pretty basic, but yeah.
No, dude, I like that. Mine, on the other hand, is a little bit unconventional. My last one. I got a couple honorable mentions, but my last one here, Shooter McGavin, Happy Gilmore.
Oh my god.
All right.
Oh, that hurt my elbow.
You want me to hit this off Andre the Giant's foot, huh?
I had to hit it off of Frankenstein's fat
Yeah.
foot.
I knew that was going to be on somebody's list somewhere.
It's like, oh, you can count. Great. You can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot. I love it. He's so funny.
Yeah,
Anybody got any honorable mentions for this one?
I didn't, but.
No, my honorable ones are Tyler Durden from Fight Club,
Oh.
Oh,
Brad
yeah.
Pitt.
I was like,
Yeah.
who's that? Okay, yeah.
and then Hannibal, because
Yeah, Hannibal Lecter.
I love to hate, or I hate to love Hannibal.
He could have gone on either list for me, but I think I spent most of the movie hating him. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, should we jump over to some TV shows? You want to do some of that? We'll do the same thing we were just doing,
Yeah.
but with TV shows now. Let's do Love to Hate first. Let's go back to the top. Love to Hate, and then we'll go through. I can start her off. Lori Grimes from The Walking Dead. I don't know if you guys are Walking Dead watchers or not. But
I know exactly.
she doesn't outright do anything like horrible, but she's just like
Everyone hates her.
God, it's just so hard to watch her sometimes. It's like, why are you doing this?
I'm sorry if this is on your list, but I was gonna say, doesn't everyone hate Carl for the first like 3
For the first like 3 seasons.
Okay.
It's
I don't
like,
want, if
where
that's
is
on
Carl?
somebody's list, I don't want to like ruin it.
Oh, you're fine.
I was thinking that his dad like bending over talking.
that meme is so good.
There's so much stuff in there.
Yeah.
That was the episode where Lori died, so I like that one.
It's so
You
relaxing.
don't like her. Do either of you guys watch Vampire Diaries?
No.
Good. Then I'm knock 2 of mine out with this one, and you can't say anything because you don't have anybody from the show.
I watch it.
You just said you didn't. All right.
I just say I did.
I could have sworn you both shook your head.
We'll rewatch it, but if I did, I watched it.
Okay. So from that, Damon,
Okay.
hate him.
You
I
hate
feel
it?
like everybody else kind of loved him.
I feel like
because,
that's everybody's favorite character.
no.
Okay.
He's the bad dude that she shouldn't be dating. That's like the Jacob.
But he's so hot.
I knew you were gonna say that too. But him and Klaus. I don't like Klaus either.
Don't
And
like
Klaus
Klaus?
is in Vampire Diaries and
Oh.
the originals, but I don't like.
Fair
Klaus.
enough. Fair enough.
Oh, when you said Klaus, I thought about.
Well, I watched the
Umbrella.
originals too, and I'm like in my head, I'm like,
Oh yeah, Umbrella Academy. Yeah.
Klaus is kind of a turd, even though he's the main character of the show. So don't like him in either show.
Fair enough, man.
All right, I'm gonna cheat, and I already know that you guys are gonna hate me for it. I'm gonna cheat here. It's someone called Raffercy, which is Ramsay Joffrey Cersei from Game of Thrones. I just put it into one person called Raffercy because there's no way I'm taking up 3 of my spots on just Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
And
I had them all in.
I just had a little
mentions.
slash.
Oh, you had them all now.
Because I knew he was going to do it too, but I just had a little, what I'm going to call a slashy, and it was. I don't mind Cersei that much, to be honest.
Oh, really?
But Joffrey and Ramsay, that's my slashy. They gotta go.
And then the
Had
king,
enough.
and then the king who did the Scarlet Wedding. I hate him, but I couldn't put him on the list. Really, what was his name?
Scarlet Wedding.
Or
The
the
Red
Scarlet, not the Scarlet
The
Wedding.
Red Wedding.
The red
Red Wedding.
wedding. Sorry.
This
Oh,
was
Roose
Lord-
Bolton.
Oh, Roose Bolton.
He's Ramsay's dad.
Yeah. So,
Or Walder
Or
Frey.
Walder Frey.
I guess if I had honorable mentions, I'd say Walter Frey.
Fair enough.
But we're not on
The
honorable
satisfying
mentions.
ending he had.
Yeah.
Once you got a belly full of your son, I'm gonna cut your throat.
Right.
Next up, I got Dick Roman from Supernatural. He's in the 7th season. He plays the
The
Leviathan
Leviathan dude.
that shoots Bobby. Spoilers.
Spoilers. Leviathan sucked.
I was
Leviathan
trying to think
sucks.
of some supernatural bad dudes, and I think that was the one I couldn't think of.
Yep. Oh man, I hate that guy. Ooh,
Also,
gets my blood
speaking
boiling
of that,
still.
the black dude who kills vampires but ends up being a vampire, hated him.
Oh, I think I
You
know
know
what you're
what I'm
talking about. Yep.
He went around killing
I think it is
vampires
Dean.
with Dean, and then they turned him into one. And I think he was still killing vampires after that, but still.
I'd have
It's
to
an
go back.
addiction.
There's like 15, 17 years of Supernatural to dig through.
It's a good show. I haven't completed it yet, but
I need to.
What you got?
Oh.
I think it's what, number 2?
yeah.
Oh, so I don't feel like either of you guys. You watched one episode with me. I don't know if you watch it. Kingdom on Netflix. It's like an MMA show.
No.
Okay, there's a dude on there. His name's Garo, and he's the promoter that like everybody fights for. He's always screwing all of his fighters over, for, like setting them up with fights they don't need, or like Nick Jonas got a concussion, and 3 weeks later he was like, "You want a short notice fight, even though you just got a concussion and you haven't trained in 3
Wait
weeks?"
a minute.
'Cause
I need to watch this show.
It's great.
There's an MMA
Yeah,
show out there?
yeah,
I
Kingdom.
only watched one episode with him, but it was good.
It's
What,
great.
what platform?
Netflix.
I can't believe I haven't heard of
It's
it.
so good, dude.
Being an MMA
It
fan.
is
It
good.
is so
yeah,
good.
I've only
But I
watched,
don't. Yeah,
I only watched the one episode where Nick Jonas got just cooked.
knocked out.
Just
It
cooked.
was bad.
But
This whole podcast was worth it just so I found that. Just so I learned that.
It's really good. Dude.
all right, guys, well,
So-
that's the show for today.
That's all
You
I
guys have
did.
seen The Hangover, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know the little weird dude that like marries them. They go back to his little my little chapel, and he's the guy that's like, "Oh, I remember you guys from last
Oh,
night."
from
Okay,
the,
kinda,
the
yeah.
stripper they got?
Yeah, but it's the dude who married.
Okay, the dude in there.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's Garo in this show.
Oh, I can
Okay,
see him
so-
being
okay.
It's like I already got some history with him, and I'm like, "Listen here, I don't like you."
I can see him being hateable.
Yeah. You're up.
You're up.
Okay, so the governor from The Walking Dead.
Oh,
see,
good call,
that's-
dude. Good call.
And that season was when I stopped watching Walking Dead, but I remember hating him so
Yeah,
much.
he's a jerk, dude.
It's
Man,
a
that guy's
jerk.
As a dick.
He's-
Oh man, that was a great poll. I like that
Yeah.
because he does, dude. He's like 4 seasons he sticks around or some two for sure.
I'm surprised we've had 3 Walking Dead names already, and we're only on the second one.
We've had 3 already.
Well, I said Carl in my honorable
Oh, that's
mentions,
right,
which
you did, yeah.
I cheated and went to honorable mentions.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Up next, I got Skylar White from Breaking Bad.
Oh.
Walter White's wife
okay.
cheats on him.
What a whore.
That's enough for me.
Whore.
Whore.
That's enough for me. Moving
Am I
on.
allowed to say that?
Moving
podcast?
on.
I don't even want to talk about her
So
anymore.
now that we already brought up that there was already 3 Walking Deads, Negan.
You hate
I
Negan?
hated Negan
Oh man,
so much.
Negan killed the show. He didn't just kill Glenn. He killed the Walking Dead.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
Spoilers.
If you're listening to this, there's gonna be spoilers.
I'm sorry.
If you're
listen here.
listening to it, you should probably have already watched The
Yeah.
Walking Dead.
Sum it up. Cowboy boots, tight pants, a leather jacket, and a baseball bat.
Right,
Driving
well, he
barbed
had,
wire.
like,
I
leather-
don't like him.
Leather motorcycle riding boots.
Did he? Whatever. You know what they were? They were gay. I didn't like them. Just like him.
We're gonna talk about this again.
And you know how hard it is for me to hate him? Because that's Sam and Dean's dad.
That is
All right?
John
This
Winchester.
is John Winchester. But in that show, hate.
All right, what you got, buddy?
Okay, I don't know if you guys watch Vikings, but
Oh, yes.
yes.
Oh,
Oslog, hate her. She's the latest wife of
Right.
Ragnar Lothbrok.
the tall one.
The tall like
She's,
Shonda's one.
Uba,
Ivar's.
Uba, Ivar. and
Oh, you know what? I should
Sigurd.
put Ivar on. Ah, dang it.
Now, Ivor would be a good one too.
But I put Oslog because
Ivar.
Oslog was so like.
Yeah, I didn't. She gets it.
Yeah.
Man,
She gets
I'm glad you guys watch Vikings. Do you also watch Final King?
I have not watched it,
Grow
but I
up.
have been recommended.
Grow up, but it's like the same thing as Vikings.
Grow up, you coward.
Grow up.
I grow up and watch Vikings.
You know what I do before I watch that? I rewatch Vikings.
The show's
Travis
literally are the same. Anyway, go for it.
Next one, I told Tanner this. I was going to make him a little jealous with this one earlier today. I threw Clay Morrow down from Sons of Anarchy.
Oh,
That's his stepdad in Sons of Anarchy.
actually, I don't watch Sons of Anarchy, but
Spoiler alert. Yeah, he
No, go for
he
it.
like set up the events that led
He
to like
does,
these
he does
guys.
something in like every season.
Yeah, dude, he's bad. And then they don't even get rid of him
Like,
until like the
he's-
end of
he's
the
the one-
show.
He's the one that told Tig to shoot
No, Opie's wife. Right?
Opie's wife. Yeah,
I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
yeah.
What?
That's like season
Oh,
2 or 3, and then even in 5, he's trying to like sell him to the feds. Like he's been
Because
messing
it
around
was
the
the
show.
the agent's another good one from that show. What's her name? Agent Stahl.
Oh yeah,
Oh man, she's a
drive.
see you next Tuesday, dude. That's for sure.
It is.
And then when because she's the one I think that like had a part in Donna, Opie's wife,
Yep.
dying as well. I don't remember. I had to rewatch
She
it.
leaked.
but-
She leaked that Opie was the rat, and he wasn't,
Oh shit!
and that's
Yep.
why they went after him. Yeah,
Yep.
and they got his wife
Oh
instead
my
of him.
gosh,
Yep.
dude! Oh my gosh!
So another one from that show, just the
It gets my blood boiling thinking about it.
bearded Asian dude with the ponytail.
Bearded Asian dude?
Not Asian, bearded, Agent. In one of the like, later seasons, he's the one that gets what's his name, in prison.
Like, how did you do
I don't remember. No, I don't remember.
Oh, it's so bad.
So I'm gonna have to rewatch.
It's the dude with no
it.
eyes. I can't remember his name right now.
I can't remember it either.
But yeah, they do a lot of stuff to him in prison because of that dude. Like he goes there and like tells him, do this stuff for this guy because we don't
Sounds
like
like I
him.
need to watch Sons of Anarchy.
It's so good.
Fair enough.
Last 2 seasons I kind of like fell off.
Okay. Wait, is Sons of Anarchy done? Are they done?
Yeah,
with it?
Yeah, I
Okay.
did a little bit ago,
Okay.
a few years ago.
Like 7.
Is that it then for, or is there one more?
Oh, I still have 2 more, but
We had basically the same one.
because you shared. Okay.
Yeah, we all shared.
Yeah,
it.
because we had a similar one. Yeah, so I just had my honorables left. But yeah, go ahead if you got.
Well, I don't. You guys might not watch Narcos. I'm actually into it right now.
I watched the first season. I didn't watch.
Well, Pablo Escobar is like he's so elusive, and I just end up hating him. I'm like, how have they not caught Pablo? So Pablo Escobar in Narcos, which
We're talking about the dude in real life who had like his
Yeah.
people build him like a 6 foot by 6 foot tunnel to
Yeah.
walk out of. He didn't crawl out
yeah,
like dude in Shawshank Redemption. He walked.
yeah, he walked.
Yeah.
Did you know some historians? This is a side note. Think that Pablo Escobar was actually the richest person to ever exist, but they can't ever confirm it because most of his money was in cash.
Right.
So they can't confirm it, but like there's still billions of dollars buried underneath Colombian soil to this day that they haven't found.
Right.
We should go there with shovels now.
Now. That way, by the time everybody listens to this podcast, we'll be billionaires.
I mean,
You
they
don't
don't.
have your honorables, right?
Yes, that's all I
Just
have.
make sure I have one left.
Yep, you go ahead and then you can go and I'll go for it.
This one's gonna stir some feathers with him.
Okay, well, he's cracking his neck.
McMurray, Letterkenny.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I was like, I hate
I agree with you. I hate McMurray.
I hate
Wait, I watched Letterkenny. Which one's that one? Let me see.
Tight white shirt, always trying to
Oh,
Oh, good, you good, you how?
always
Oh,
trying
yeah,
to
yeah,
talk
yeah.
at the same time as Wayne.
I know,
Oh, yeah.
you know what like reassured me? I was like, man, do I really hate him? What reassured me was the election episode where it was just a montage of everybody saying, McMurray's a piece of shit.
McMurray's a piece
And I was
of
like, you know what? You're right. He is.
Yeah, I kind of
He's going on.
think he's not supposed to be a likable character.
I don't think they made him like a bad dude. I just feel like they make him annoying throughout the
Yeah.
whole thing. So.
Yeah,
I like pretty much all
'Cause
the
when
hockey players. Oh, go ahead.
he's always a good dude. You know, when a friend helps you, ask for help, you help him or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He has cool hot tub parties if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
wait, wait.
Pretty much all the hockey players in that show brings me such comic relief. They're also stupid.
All right, what you
Oh.
got?
This one's a mixture of Tweety Bird, Roadrunner, and Jerry, all from the children's cartoons. Because we talked about this in another episode. For some reason, Call Me Evil. I always wanted like the antagonist to win,
catch him.
whether it be Tom and Tom and Jerry or Wile E. Coyote. Was it Sylvester? Yeah, Sylvester.
Sylvester and Tweety. Yep.
So I just kind of combined them.
Because I always think like Tweety's the bad guy
Yeah, that's what
and
I think
Jerry's the bad guy. and Tom
all
and Jerry.
Tweety Bird is doing is like all they're doing is egging him on.
Yeah,
all three-
antagonizing him.
All
Like,
three of
of
these
course, a cat's gonna chase a mouse. Like it's the mouse that's out there like wiggling his butt around.
Yeah.
Like, suck it.
So I'm glad you agree with
I
said-
agree.
I said this to somebody at work when I was making the list, and she was like, "Wow, that's so evil." I'm like, "No, they're very hateable."
I agree.
Anyway.
So my honorable mentions are Cersei, Joffrey, and Ramsay Bolton. So
Okay, so Refersi, yeah,
Refersi.
so that I can cheat
Well,
one name on the
I'm
list.
surprised like none of us, because I mean, I feel like we all knew that one of us was going to have a Game of Thrones person at some point in that section.
And I knew everybody was going to do it because they are worldwidely known as the most hated characters in television.
But
Yeah.
I'm surprised none of us said the Red Witch.
Yeah, yeah.
You
She
think
had-
she'd be on that list?
Because I don't think she
Or
has.
the Mountain.
I don't think she has.
I don't hate
Maybe.
the mountain though. I mean, maybe.
I mean,
Maybe the Mountain. I
he
think
killed my favorite character in the show. I hate him.
Wait, the
the Red Viper.
Red Viper, yeah.
I mean, and I didn't just like him because he was banging dudes. But
I
I liked him, all
But
right?
it certainly helped.
It did.
but it certainly helped.
All right, one more list to go, boys. Let me start this bad boy off right. TV characters that we hate to love.
All right.
I'm gonna go with Mr. Crowley, Supernatural again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Spoiler alert: when he left the show, I was pretty upset about it. So
Okay.
Me too.
But yeah, he was a likable bad guy. He even became a good guy for a while,
Yeah.
so like a reluctant helper.
I was gonna say for a little bit there, he
Anti-hero.
went from like super badass to like kind of like to he was kind of a little crybaby for a little bit, and I was like, oh,
True.
I
True.
kind
When
of
he was
feel for
like
this guy now.
crying for the throne over
Yeah.
Lucifer. Like, I
They
want it.
kept him in a kennel for a while, and I was like, oh, I kind of like this guy.
Yeah.
All right, Lucifer from Lucifer.
Oh.
Lucifer from Lucifer.
Love him
Okay.
so much. No matter what douchey thing he says, I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
in love with this man.
I know, and nobody else could get away with that. Like,
No.
I think
But seriously, man, what is it that you desire?
Like if it doesn't work, I said, no. Seriously, what? Tell me what you want.
Tell me what you want.
Oh,
Why is it this usually works?
I love
That's
that
a good
show.
pull, dude.
Wait, has the second half of the last season come out yet? I don't think so.
We're not even caught up to the last season yet.
Oh,
We're
I
still
won't
kinda
give anything
chugging
away.
along.
I won't, yeah.
Appreciate you.
Well, am I next? Or
Yes, sir. You're up.
I got Michael Scott from The Office because so many people hate him and cringe when they like ever he does anything.
Oh,
I'm
people
rooting
that
for
hate him.
I'm rooting for him like the whole time because he's
Right.
like he's generally like dumb and I'm just like, come on, Michael, you got this.
I agree. No, a lot of people hate Michael Scott.
Yeah.
Man, from that show. Hate him.
Yeah.
No, that's a good pull. I like that.
All right.
My next one, Negan.
I thought I saw you smirk a little bit when I said his name, and I was like, this is coming. I
For
know
a
it.
guy that you obviously you haven't watched the show to catch up, so you haven't seen any of Negan's like growth or anything. But
Yeah.
spoiler alert, he does a lot of growing and actually becomes like a really awesome character. And I
Doubt it.
Doubt it.
kind of want more. And now it's ending next season.
I like how much of our lists are flipped around.
It is.
I'm like, I love when the tangents up here. Like, what?
Yeah, you remember that guy you hated? Love him.
All right, what do you got? Number 2.
Oh, so same name as the last one. Lucifer, Supernatural.
Oh, from Supernatural.
Mhm.
Okay, so
That, like, the whole season where he was in Sam's head, and he could,
Oh
like,
man.
it brought me so much comedic relief in that show. Because, like, I felt bad
So,
for Sam. but
Here's
it
a
was
fun
just like,
fact. Here's a fun fact about the episode where he's like one of the episodes where he's in Sam's head, where Sam's like with Dean and Dean's like, "Is he still in your head? What's he doing now?" He's like, "He's singing Stairway to Heaven." They said that because Led Zeppelin is too expensive to get to
Mhm.
buy,
yeah.
so they couldn't afford Stairway to Heaven. So it's like he's singing it in his head while you can't hear him, you know. So that's why they did that.
And it makes the audience sing it in their head,
It was
so
like-
you didn't have to buy
It was like their cheapest way of getting a Led Zeppelin
Yeah.
song.
I just love,
Supernatural.
like when Sam was in, like, the mental hospital, he would be, like, on the side of the bed, like, Sam, play with me. And I'm like, bro, I can't. This is Lucifer right now.
And when I'm watching Lucifer, I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me? This guy's like a child, like a giant child. Yeah.
Good pull, dude. Good pull.
Oh, is it?
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you guys are weeaboos like me, but I watch Attack on Titan. It's an animation.
Oh yeah, me too.
Aaron Yeager.
Oh man.
I go back and forth because I'm usually hating him because he goes through and justifiable mental breakdowns, but like it happens every episode, and I'm like, okay, dude, like.
You need to calm down.
But then at the end, I'm rooting for him,
Calm
and
down.
that's why he made this list because I'm like, I am rooting for
That's
him.
a great pull, dude. That's a great pull. I'm really happy that like you went into the anime world because that's where I'm going.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
where you go.
yeah, yeah.
I'm going with Cell from Dragon Ball Z.
Oh,
Love me some Cell.
I
dude.
knew we were gonna see Dragon Ball Z somewhere.
He got everybody's powers. He's a bit of a crybaby, whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, most of the bad guys were. It was between Cell and Frieza
Uh-huh.
because they're both such great villains. So I was like, all right, I'll go with Cell because he can do Kamehameha and
Yeah.
Galagun and special he can. He can do multiple powers, so he's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you got? Let's hear.
Game of Thrones, The Hound.
Ooh,
I
good pull.
love the Hound. Yeah.
I really did towards the end there, but in the beginning I was like, this dude is he's gonna be right up there with Joffrey for me the whole time, and then all of a sudden, turn around.
180.
Yeah, him and Jamie Lannister both do a turnaround.
Yes. Yep.
In that
that's
show.
phenomenal. That
His
show.
one-liners just had me like busting the gut. Like he's so funny.
What he said, your mouth is moving. You're complaining about something. That's whinging.
That's whinging. Quit your whinging. I'm not whinging.
I'm sad I didn't think of him now. I love that guy.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he's got some of the best lines
Also-
in TV history.
I would save that to honorable mention, but for more weeaboo stuff, I have. Does anyone watch One Punch Man?
Oh yeah.
I have Moomin Rider.
Good pull,
So-
dude.
So for those of you who don't know, he is the most useless hero. His superpower is he rides a bike, and that's like his superpower.
That's about it. Oh, it's so good. But he's got like such.
Tanner's
His,
so
his
confused.
superpower is heart. That's
Oh yeah, his superpower is heart. He has
He's got
heart.
such heart.
But anyway, he gets the crap beaten out of him by every villain.
Sounds like Krillin.
But I
Say Krillin and smoking.
Krillin would smoke.
Smoking.
Smokes.
As the strongest human on the planet, smoking.
Jeez.
Moomin Rider, I was gonna put Saitama.
That's a good one. I like that.
But
Next up, I got Walter White from Breaking Bad.
there was in the comments somebody put Breaking Bad one, but yeah.
Yeah, no, Walter White, dude, is just some of the deliveries, man, of those lines. Just seals it for you. Who'd have thought that the dad from Malcolm in the Middle
Would be that.
would be like one of my favorite actors of his generation?
That's why I couldn't get that into the show because all I could think of is all the nerdy stuff he used to do.
Oh man, if
I
you
should
could just
never
get,
take
if
him
you could just
serious.
get past the where he has the good stuff, just get to the good stuff.
Okay.
It's so good so fast. Kind of falls off a little bit, then it gets good again. Last one.
I got two left, but
Okay.
Umbrella Academy. Klaus.
See, I was talking about Klaus from Umbrella.
He really
See, I
does
don't
like
even hate to
nothing.
love Klaus. I just love Klaus.
I feel like he's just one of the least productive, helpful family
Yeah.
members. But I just can't help but love everything he does and say. Like,
It's funny how
you are
overpowered.
worthless, dude.
He has like the best power and he doesn't. He's
Yeah.
just like useless with it.
You are pretty worthless, dude. But I love you so much.
Even Ben has to work through him to like do useful things. Like,
I refuse to let me be useful because of you, Ben.
did you say
All right.
Gustavo from Breaking Bad?
No, I
No.
didn't say
Oh,
that.
sorry.
Nope.
I thought you-
I said Skylar and Walter. so
Oh,
far.
sorry. Oh, do we have one last one?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
I have
so
one more.
this is my last one. I just put Team Rocket from Pokemon.
There you go.
Sometimes I like them, sometimes I hate
Because when
them.
it counts, they're in there. They're
Yeah.
on the good side.
Exactly. Yeah. So
TV
that's a
series,
great
not
base.
so much. Movies, they come out a little bit as good guys.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah.
All
Sure.
right, my last one. Can't believe it.
This is-
Klaus Michelson from the Vampire Diaries.
Oh my
You
swear to
God.
Are you kidding
Swear to
me?
God, man.
Why do you keep doing this to me?
I'm not trying to do it to you, man. I
hate
swear.
him so much.
Swear to God. Swear to God.
I hate him.
Swear to God. Yeah, I hate him too, but I
Hate that you love
hate that I love him. All right, Mister. My list is so much better. What's the last one on yours? Fool.
Bjorn, Vikings.
Oh, I'm
Who
glad.
hates to love Bjorn?
He
Get out of
left.
my face.
He left.
To go fight a bear?
I don't
Or no,
care.
to go to the Middle East, right? Or
Yeah.
whatever. He left
He
multiple times.
He
Well,
left.
yeah.
I was upset every time he left because he was my favorite for a time. And I was like, you know what? Hey, it's good to have you back. Why don't you just leave again?
It's like we.
But-
It's not like we never got
But
to
he
see
would.
him.
I'd be sad.
Oh man, good pull though. I love Bjorn.
I'm glad there was another Vikings one on there.
I was torn between him and a few other people from Vikings, but I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? If I love them all, which one do I dislike that I love? And that's the dude right there.
Vikings is such a good show.
Plus, he was in Hunger Games and he was a douchebag in that, so whatever.
Oh,
Fair enough. Here's Kato.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. I think you got one more, right?
oh no, I'm.
Oh no, that's it.
I-
All right,
I-
right on.
I-
Good job, guys. That was a nice
We made
beefy conversation. I like
I
that
like
one.
that.
That was a total of 60 characters. That,
No.
well, actually, wait, we shared a lot.
Yeah,
we shared
we ended up with like 40.
Yeah, 40.
20 of them were like the
Say
same.
like 40, 50. You know?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
All right, then we'll just move right on into television here. So you were kind of talking about Miles Morales earlier, and I said this was going to come back up. So after a long search, Marvel has found their Kamala Khan in Iman Vellani. After being introduced in the new wave of Marvel superheroes, Miss Marvel is a young Muslim superhero who idolizes heroes like Captain Marvel, who inspired her own name, Miss Marvel. Longtime comic fans have already been a huge fan of the character, but casual fans have definitely been won over by her portrayal in the latest Marvel's Avengers video game. She's the main character in it. She's had team-ups in the past with other superheroes, for example, Miles Morales, and even kind of has a crush on him. And she's even joined the Avengers. There's no word on when it'll premiere, but it is a Disney Plus exclusive, so it's exciting to see that there is a casting and we're moving forward with it. Like I was saying earlier, if we hear anything about Miles Morales, I think it starts in that show.
So
And it goes from there.
is she gonna have a cat fight with Mary Jane? And like, I want to see that.
We hope so.
We hope so, because if they're gonna be fighting over Spider-Man,
Well, Mary Jane's Peter Parker's
oh
girlfriend. Miles Morales is the.
wait,
Oh, what is he?
did I misread this?
Yes, you did.
I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding.
I might have messed up.
He's got? What's the girl's name that's in?
Oh, maybe I just
Into the Spider Verse? Well, that's Gwen Stacy, but that's just like a different
Okay.
universe.
Maybe I just misread that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Spider Gwen is just from a different universe.
Yeah.
That's not like his girl. I mean, it's kind of
Is it weird that name just irks me? Spider Gwen.
A little bit.
I don't like that.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Well,
I
it's
like that movie.
it's Spider Girl because obviously you can't
I'll
go
take
around.
that. I'll take that before I take Spider Gwen.
Well, she's not going to go around telling everybody her name. So yeah.
Fair.
Why do you call yourself Spider Gwen? Just like the name Gwen.
I just like spiders a lot.
I just like Spider. Doesn't even have superpowers.
So next up, Conan the Barbarian has found fame in a lot of different forms. Twice by Arnold Schwarzenegger, once by Jason Momoa. He's had two animated TV shows, one regular live-action TV show. Endless content you can find in the books. But now, once again, Conan will be entering the world of television. After a deal was reached with Netflix, Frederick Malmberg, owner of both Conan properties, was able to reach a deal with Netflix to adapt Conan's literary forms. The show can be either animated or live action. I'm a huge fan of Conan. I don't know if you guys know that.
I actually didn't.
Didn't really like the Jason Momoa movie, so it's nice to see. I don't know. I would prefer that this. What?
You said something. Did you say something about Jason
I
Momoa?
got nothing against Jason Momoa. It's just one very good.
Yeah.
One very good
I
review.
didn't like it either.
So I'm actually kind of leaning towards animated. Like if they animate this
Who
movie
played
kind of the way
him
they
in
did.
the live action version because that was like a '90s one, wasn't it?
Right.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
All three of them were in the 90s. The
What-
TV shows?
Yeah, the TV show.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because Schwarzenegger was in the movies, but somebody else played
No.
in the TV show. I just
Yep.
don't think
Somebody
so.
I don't remember who.
I remember seeing it as a kid. I just don't remember who played him.
Yeah, so like I was saying, I'm actually kind of leaning towards animation on this one because they got Castlevania. I don't know if you guys have watched that on Netflix.
I've watched it. Yeah.
Amazing animation. The same guys that do that animation are doing Masters of the Universe.
It's an anime technically, right?
Yeah, kind of technically American animation.
American anime.
But they're going to do Masters of the Universe. Kevin Smith is and Mark Bernardin are doing He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, and they're going to do it in that animation style. And I'm really excited to see it, so it would kind of be cool if Conan kind of went the same way.
Side note: if you're a huge Conan fan, I play the video game. It's so much fun.
Really?
Here, I'll talk to you about it. Well, maybe we should wait till we get to video games. But
Maybe.
you would love.
Just
If you're
get that
if you're a
in.
huge Conan fan, you gotta play with me. I think it's cross console too.
Oh, heck yeah.
It's a big online. It's like an MMO.
Heck yeah! So there is a lot of drought in the entertainment industry. There's not a lot going on, but it is nice to hear updates on things that we do like from the past. The Witcher TV show, for example. Like I said, I got nothing concrete here. This was just fun to see new looks from the production of the second season. We got looks at new outfits for Ciri, for Yennefer, and for Geralt. Looks like Ciri's going to be suited up for Witcher school.
I'm so glad you put Witcher in here.
Yeah, dude. And then the Henry Cavill shot, he's looking thick, dude. He's a big chunky boy.
What
And
do
then,
they have him on?
I don't know, dude.
All the steroids?
All the steroids.
Oh.
All the steroids, but he's got new armor. The armor looks it looks good, man. He's looking like a big dude, man. Big boy.
We talking cat school armor, or are we talking?
It looks more it's
Cat
more like
school. Griffin? School of the
Griffin?
Griffin? School of the Griffin?
it's probably more wolf school, but
Oh, duh.
It's always cool. Yeah, because that's where
that's
you're
where he's from.
Makes sense.
There hasn't been any news about premiere dates or anything like that. News has been kind of few and far between. The only other story really being a recasting of the character Eskil.
I saw
They
that.
had somebody cast it for
Who's
him.
that still?
He's another Witcher
He-
that resides at Carmorhen.
Yeah, it's-
He's the one with in the game.
He has
You
the big
remember?
scar,
He has
yeah.
the big scar
Ah.
across his.
I just want to see me some Leto at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we might end up
Arms.
seeing him sooner than later.
And if
He's-
it's not a bodybuilder, I don't want it.
What is he? School of the Cat? What is he?
He's cool with the cat. Yeah,
Letho?
Letho.
I think it was Bear.
Oh,
No,
is
he's
he?
cat.
How is that big of a dude in school? With a cat?
It's just like a gap.
It literally says on the armor, feline. There's nothing feline about that dude with his 38-inch python arms, okay?
Let those grab though.
But yeah, it's just nice to hear anything about season 2 of The Witcher because everybody, big fans.
Season 1 was
You
great.
watch this show, you're probably a huge fan of The Witcher. I can probably assume.
If you're a nerd.
For those who missed it, the season 10 finale of The Walking Dead, A Certain Doom, premiered last night. Plenty of blood was spilled, guts were ripped out, finishing up the Whisper War in a short and sweet. It was real quick and exact. The Walking Dead will go into its 11th season next year, which will be its final season. And after the finale, the spin-off show, The Walking Dead World Beyond, premiered. World Beyond takes place 10 years after the start of the zombie apocalypse. And it follows a group of teenagers as they travel from Omaha to New York to rescue the two main characters' father. My first initial thoughts of the episode, because I did watch it earlier today, it's really good. I mean, the characters are likable. The plot moves at a good pace to feed the story and exposition, but not drag on, and moves the plot along at a good speed. So if you are a fan of The Walking Dead, give it a shot. It's a brand new season, new characters to get attached to. So
Okay,
nobody's head's been beaten in with a baseball.
and
bat
it's just
for
like
a minute.
like you said, it's a
just bring it
spin.
up.
It's a spin-off.
It is a spinoff, yeah.
Okay.
So it's like, it's a completely new group. I don't know if we'll see anybody from the original show or the Fear the Walking Dead. It wouldn't surprise me. We do get, I'm assuming we will be getting more news about Rick, because one of the big groups, and here's little spoilers, one of the big groups in the premiere of World Beyond is the same group that took Rick at the end of his episode or whatever where he left the show. So yeah, if you're a fan, I would keep an eye out for
Omaha's involved, and that's local for us. We
It's
got
local for us.
There's like local places.
First episode, they're like, all right, we're leaving Omaha.
Dang
Crap! No more
Let's
Midwest.
get out of this crappy place right now.
Wait, we're in the Midwest.
And then one last little TV story. Supernatural will resume its final 7 episodes this Thursday, October 8th. The show will wrap up permanently after 15 seasons and 17 years of Supernatural.
Oh,
So this Thursday, those jumps start back up, and we can.
all these great shows are coming to an end.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's time.
It's time.
It's time for Supernatural, much as I love it.
Season 27. Here we go.
It's gonna turn into The Simpsons. However many seasons that's
Turns into The Simpsons. Yeah.
See, that's been like 50 seasons.
All right. Well, I'm going to jump into video games here. We got a few quick stories, and then we'll move right along here. So, the PlayStation 5 version of Spider-Man will change quite a bit. Haptic triggers will be incorporated. Load times will be all but removed. Ray tracing and other graphical effects will be added to increase the beauty of the game, as expected. But the biggest change comes in the form of the titular hero's appearance. Peter Parker has been recast entirely for the game. For the PlayStation 5 version of the game. The change has a lot of fans angry. And some fans are thinking, he looks a little bit more like the comic book version of the character, looks a little bit more like Tom Holland. But completely changed his face, looks nothing the same. You guys are, I guess,
All I can say is
if you play a whole game,
it's a video game.
I was going to say, that's what's kind of my next question. If you play a whole game as one character and then they go back and if they reshaped Geralt,
Yeah.
to a completely different actor, how would you feel about that, I guess?
Like if they came out with another Witcher video game and he looked kind of like
Henry Cavill?
Henry Cavill, yeah, I'd be okay with it. But at the same time, it's like,
Yeah. But what if
Cry over it.
PlayStation 5 releases Witcher 3 and they recast him completely? Like, he doesn't look anything like Geralt again.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
about- I don't
he's
know
got the
if
long white hair. That's it.
I don't know if I'd like that. Okay, so I get where you're coming
So
from.
I guess that's kind of where people are coming from.
I
Like,
get it. But
honestly, obviously,
can I cut his hair like I can?
Yeah.
well, yeah.
All right, I suppose I'll get over it.
I suppose.
I'll give me some cool new armor and a new sword, and we'll call it good.
But that's the skinny on that. I just thought it was kind of. I get it and I don't, because I played through Marvel Spider-Man Platinum, did 100%, and I mean I don't really care. The way I see it, maybe it's just kind of like a new game for me. A new Spider-Man game, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
The internet's gonna internet.
The internet's
Internet's gonna internet. October's Pokemon Go Community Day.
Ooh.
It will feature the runner-up from last month's vote. Last year, I put last year on my types. From last year's vote, Charmander. The event will take place on October 17th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Charmeleons that are evolved within that window will know the special move Dragon's Breath. Still don't have a shiny Charmander, so pumped.
Like
you guys think I'm not trying? Like I have 1,600 Charmander candies. Like a good amount of Charizards.
I'm still very surprised that I got one before you did.
Yeah, dude, I try, dude.
I try.
Like when Charmanders are out in any form, I'm out there all day. Like I grab the dogs and we walk around for hours. Dude. Incense bumping, lures bumping.
Incense bumping.
And I just get hundreds and hundreds of Charmander candies and nothing. Bumpus.
That's great.
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't Somebody.
Community, great, grand. Hope it works out.
So, Minecraft. I don't want to say that too loud. There's a 4-year-old in the house. Minecraft will be coming to Super Smash Bros. Last Thursday, it was announced that Minecraft Steve, Alex, Enderman, and the Zombie will be joining the roster at Super Smash Bros.
Wait, huh? Oh, okay. I was like, wait, I thought you were saying like Minecraft and
Super Smash Bros. Combined for a game.
No,
No.
you can fight with those characters
Oh.
in Super Smash Bros. Now moving forward. So
But they suck. So.
But they're probably, or they're the most OP characters.
Oh,
in
this could
Super
be-
Smash Bros.
I mean, usually new characters are for a little bit, and then they kind of get nerfed.
You could just build something around the whole map. And
Speaking of characters that constantly get nerfed, Respawn's Apex Legends. You get good with a character, and then they take away all its power. Love you guys.
I feel that. League of Legends.
I feel that.
Apex Legends will be the latest game to join the roster of multiplayer games that allow cross-platform play. On October 6th, I believe that's tomorrow, or Tuesday, for those who are listening on Tuesday, that's Tuesday, October 6th, the beta for Apex Legends crossplay will begin, meaning players from PC, Xbox, PlayStation will be able to play the game, the Battle Royale game, together. This mode is integrated into the game automatically and can be turned off at any point in time. The developers do warn that if you turn the feature off, you will be matched up with other people who have turned the feature off, which could cause long loading times for lobbies. It's about time. I mean, everybody needs to move the way of cross-platform. Like, I know kind of Sony.
So I gotta kill you both.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, buddy, won't be on a team.
Well, yeah, true. I forgot. Apex isn't. Well, I guess isn't there a game mode in Apex where it's like you're on your own team, like one for all, or is that not a game mode in Apex?
I mean, they did solos for. I think it's like a limited time
deal
that they bring in when you do solos, but I don't think you can like do solos with your friends.
Oh, okay.
I think it just drops you in a random lobby.
Unless you can stream snipe them where you press it at the exact same time they do, and you get in the same lobby. And you're
Somehow, yes.
You go and find them and kill them.
So World of Warcraft's massive multiplayer online expansion, Shadowlands, has been delayed from October 27th to later this year. No definitive release date has been given, but if you were looking forward to that, you just gotta wait a little bit longer, unfortunately. I know there's a lot of World of Warcraft players out there still
Come on, Blizzard.
dominating.
Come on,
Blizzard.
Get your crap together, Blizzard.
Look at you, Blizzard. Give me Overwatch 2.
Give me
So on October 8th, which is Thursday, I believe, yes, Fall Guys Season 2 will begin. Although the game's massive popularity has dwindled in the last few weeks, plenty of people still play it, and now more, I'm sure, will flock back to enjoy the benefits of the second season.
I don't do you call them maps, I guess.
New maps.
I thought it was blowing up still. I guess I didn't know.
Yes, it's not by any means unpopular. It's just kind of like Among Us kind of came in and kind of took
People
over.
got good at it, and they were like, "Yeah, this stupid game."
Exactly.
Go
Like
back to stupid now.
Dr. Lupo would come in, win 200 crowns a day, and now they're all kind of just moving on to the next streaming deal, which seems to be Among Us.
Among Us is huge. Especially
And
since
if you're a
it's free on your
streamer, you kind of have to play what's popular. Otherwise, your audience isn't going to want to watch you.
phone. Screw your eyes.
But season 2 will feature, tags. You can now have tags for your character, new flags, costumes. You can randomize your costume now. There's a lot of cool features, and I'm sure we'll see another spike as we do when new seasons of games come out.
They didn't add like MMA moves. I know you can already hold on to somebody and like throw them.
Just like a drop kick.
Suplex.
Guillotine.
So yes, Thursday, October 8th, you can look forward to playing that. Quick one here. Baldur's Gate 3 will also launch on Mac.
What you mean, quick one? Let's talk about it. I love Baldur's Gate.
You're gonna buy a Mac. You're gonna buy a Mac.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
That's
do
what this story is about.
it. I'm not going to do it.
It is worth mentioning that even Mac players will need the space. At a whopping 150 gigabytes of data, the game will take up a little real estate. So, good to know if you have a Mac.
For those massive
you're
open
planning
world
on
games.
Buy Baldur's Gate 2 for PS2.
You're gonna
Play
get
that
Baldur's Gate 3. We're gonna get it on the Switch, baby.
again. I'm gonna get number 2 and play it on my PS2. I don't even care anymore.
All right. It's gonna be a good week. Good couple of weeks for games, guys. So,
Oh.
Ghost of Tsushima Legends, previously announced cooperative multiplayer mode for up to 4 players, is coming to Ghost of Tsushima on October 16th with the PlayStation 4 game's 1.1 update. The free update will also include a host of new additions, improvements for single-player portions of the game, as well as a new Game Plus mode. So if you've been looking to dig back into Ghost of Tsushima, it's a pretty long game. Now you'll have new Game Plus mode to get in there and replay it again. And then obviously, Legends looks pretty cool.
Never played this one.
It's
What type of game is it?
a large open world RPG.
Oh, so I love it.
Yeah, you would love it.
Mm.
Yeah, you're a samurai who's kind of been not Ronin, but just
Ostrich.
kind of goes against his code or whatever to do stealth stuff. You know,
Sure.
samurai are supposed to face people head on, and you do a lot of like Ghost of Tsushima stuff where you come up and
Yeah.
rip people up from behind, and
Okay.
it's an awesome game, dude.
Hey, all right.
Awesome game. Big open world RPG. You'd love it.
Okay. Gonna have to check it out.
More stuff for next week. Starting Tuesday, October 6th. PlayStation Plus subscribers can claim Vampire and Need for Speed Payback. Tonight will be your last chance to get your hands on the free September games before they're gone. That's Monday night. If you're listening to this on Tuesday, you've already missed the window, so go enjoy your free October games.
Fair enough.
I saw this, and it's kind of like it's a leak. So, I mean, it's not confirmed by any means, but it would appear that the Pro version of the Nintendo Switch is leaked. We've known for quite a while that they've been working on it. They've hinted at it. How could they not? I mean, you got new PlayStation and Xbox consoles coming out this year. I mean, if you're going to have a outdated version of the Switch, you're not going to compete very well. The leak comes by way of Media Market, a relatively major retailer in Europe, which recently updated its website with multiple references to a Nintendo Switch Pro. Kind of leads me to, what kind of features you'd like to see improved on in a Nintendo Switch Pro, and what like an acceptable price you think would be for like an updated, beefier version of the Switch.
How beefy we talking?
Yeah. How?
I'm assuming. That's the thing. I don't even know. Like the Switch just seems so. I don't want to say perfect, but like
Yeah, I don't even know why you'd want.
good as it is. Like it's got to jump up to 4K or something. Better resolution in general. You got to have that. Probably more built-in space. Battery life is obviously a big one. Other than that, I mean,
kind of just seems
where
like
do you go with it? Yeah,
I don't
sorry.
know. Well, no, it just kind of seems like I remember when the Xbox 360 came out, and then the Xbox 360 Elite came out, and the only difference was like a little bit more storage, and I totally fell for it, and I thought,
I feel like the battery life is fine.
All right.
Tyson went to sleep watching YouTube at 9 o'clock one night. Got up at 7 in the morning. He was still playing. And I was like, okay.
all right,
Yeah, no, and I got the updated one. Like the old Switches would last but like 3 hours.
Okay.
And then they came out with the upgraded Switches that have the longer battery life, and people, who travel a lot really liked that. You're on a plane for 12
these
hours.
are my speculation hands because when you said it's a leak, it's not been confirmed to do this.
Those are my
Right.
judging me. Man.
Nothing's been confirmed by Nintendo, so take this with a grain of salt.
Whenever Tanner says speculation or leak, this is what I'm going to do now. Because I love speculation rather than truth.
What do you think a price would be? So the Switch right now is $299.99 still, $300, as it has been from launch. So you think they just go up to
It can't be as much as the new generation.
It
console,
can't be.
But it's got to be worth 400 maybe.
5
Yeah.
tops? It can't be more than
Can't be more
5.
than 5. No.
See, I was gonna say like $375. Like if they go too, I mean,
If
maybe
they go too far, that's the thing. You got to upgrade a lot, and like, how much can you do on the Switch? Like,
Yeah.
I've said it before, but
yeah, it's gonna be tiny upgrades. Yeah.
small upgrades. I mean, unless they're just like, oh hey, well, I mean, we added a disc drive,
It's like okay.
so now we can play 4K games, and the screen's this big now,
Hmm.
so you can.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know.
I suppose I'm with it.
Obviously, it's not going to be any of that, but
I'm
we'll
with
see. All we can do is wait. But
It's a money grab, but I'm with it.
it is. It is. One more little video game story here. I have Genshin Impact.
Oh,
Yep. Is a free game on the PlayStation Store right now. The game resembles Breath of the Wild almost to a T. Besides some combat changes and a different vibrant color scheme. But it's absolutely worth your time. So it's free. That should be your first indicator. The game requires a fair amount of grinding before you're able to play with your friends, but once you can, it's open world. You can just run around and enter dungeons and battle stuff with your friends. Like I said, it's a fun ride and a free open world RPG. I played the game for probably about 40 hours now, and I have no signs of slowing down. Like, it's crazy fun. You play as a bunch of like it's anime Breath of the Wild. That's pretty much what it is.
real short skirts.
Short skirts, big glossy eyes.
Listen up, people, because I know
Boys that definitely look like girls.
I know there's a couple people listening right now that love Breath of the Wild. So
Yeah, and I mean,
Listen
Breath
up.
of the Wild. Here's the thing: Breath of the Wild fans aren't happy with it
Oh, they are.
because it's like a clone. I mean,
Oh.
I'll call it what it is. It's a Breath of the Wild clone, essentially.
So they're just trying to. Oh,
But I'm like, I mean, first of all, Breath of the Wild is amazing,
so good.
fantastic game. Why wouldn't you want a little bit more of that? Like,
That's true.
like
As
sure,
a
you're
Breath
not-
of the Wild fan, you should be happy.
you should be happy that more people are taking inspiration from a game that you
Yeah,
love.
especially if you've
That's
already beaten that game. It's like now
Yeah,
you have
like
something
if you're
else
done
to
with
do.
it, play something else that's
Yeah.
similar because you loved it so much. Like,
Yeah.
like here's a developer that loved a game as much as you do,
Yeah.
and they wanted that, be it for money or for love, probably for money, but
Yeah.
took all the inspiration they needed from it and made a whole free game. And it's free. It's not like
Yeah.
they're like, oh hey, $60 and it's pretty much Breath of the Wild with anime chicks.
Oh. Okay.
But
Yeah.
no, it's like free. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, here's what you're getting. You can
buy
buy.
anime chicks. So
Yeah.
You can buy, and
Come on.
you pretty much, it kind of sucks a little bit. You buy better characters if you want.
Okay, but they gotta make money somehow.
But yeah, free games have to make money somehow. I wouldn't say it's necessarily pay to win, but
Pay to get a little bit.
pay to
better.
get better. Yes, sir.
It's not like because I know I was a huge Bethesda fan when I beat Skyrim. I was like, oh my gosh! It's not like when Witcher 3 came out. I'm like, oh, what's this now? It's like
Right.
I just want to play Witcher 3. I wasn't like, I don't know. That's just how I am.
And I'll go on record and say that Witcher 3 isn't like a shot-for-shot clone
No.
of Skyrim.
Okay,
and,
so
this,
fair.
and this is more so kind of like a shot-for-shot clone-ish. Like you even have a stamina
It's like-
meter.
Okay.
there's no way. I am awesome at Witcher. I suck at Skyrim. Absolutely suck at it.
All right, boys. Well, that is all I got for video games. Should we talk about these little sports tidbits here and then get
Yeah.
into some 20
I think
questions?
I
Or
know what
what?
the first one is.
You want to take it? Go
Yeah.
ahead.
NFC East champions Eagles won their first game last night to take first place. One game out of 4 that we won. That's how bad our division is right now.
That's hilarious that you're 1-2-1 leading.
1-2-1
Right.
win your division.
And everybody that was like fans of like the Cowboys and like the Giants, everybody in our division, they were just like, man, your division sucks, this division sucks, and you tied. So that means it's going to screw you over in the end. Well, what happened is we won one game, which ties with everybody else, and since they have 3 losses and we only have 2, we're in first place now.
Hey-o.
So that tie came in
Clutch.
clutch.
I came in, yeah, it worked out.
I just wish you would have beaten the Bengals because they're in my team's division.
Yeah, I really wanted that W. I don't understand why we didn't kick that field goal.
Yeah. What do you do?
You have an attempt at a 64-yard field goal, or you pump the ball with 10 seconds left in overtime, meaning you're just basically giving up and saying,
Yeah.
try the field
Yeah.
goal. Try the
You
field
you
goal.
might as well try. It's like a Hail Mary. at
Yeah,
that
pretty
point.
much. Next.
Did you just add that?
I added that like 10, 20 minutes ago.
You want to read it? Go ahead.
Well, no, I didn't add this. What are you talking about? Well, Steelers are confirmed the best team in the NFL after a 3-0 start. After a 3-0 I just added.
Confirmed. You have it here.
I actually put
Best team in the
of
NFL.
all time in.
In parentheses of all time.
I think they're going to take an L next week. is
yeah,
what
they
I
play
heard.
the Eagles.
I
next week.
didn't hear that.
And the Eagles are obviously in first place in the NFC East.
Well,
So
here's the thing. Here's the thing about that game. I think the Steelers are going to lose only because when you put a bunch of trash bags out on the football field, nobody wants to walk around it. It's yucky.
Wait, what? Oh, you
Call it a
oh, you
Steelers.
go. Oh, yeah. I get
Stand up.
it. He's just like, I'm out.
Here was an interesting one though. Tanner added. Texans fire both head coach Bill O'Brien.
and I read the GM in the first article, but the second article I couldn't find anything about it. So
Fair enough.
maybe he's just more of an unknown background guy that got fired.
Maybe,
I
yeah.
couldn't
After
find
an
anything.
0-4 start, so they're not doing so hot.
Yep. And then they were talking on something that I was listening to earlier today that apparently he was having problems with people like inside the Texans like training facility. Like
Really?
he would like get upset at people and like argue with people, and there was some problems going on.
Huh.
So
Well, I'll go on record saying Bill O'Brien is actually a successful NFL coach.
he did. He had
Yeah.
over 500 average. I think he won 53 games and lost 48.
And how many playoffs appearances has he brought that team
A
to?
lot.
So
Yeah, dude.
So this one surprised me, and why after just like one bad start? Obviously now you're bringing to light new information that he might have had problems with people in the
Yeah,
organization.
behind the scenes. Yeah.
But I hate when a team's like 0-3, 0-4, and they're like, oh, it's the head coach's fault. Get him out of here. And Bill O'Brien's over here like, I'm a good coach, and he is.
Right.
So
Yeah, so I wonder if there's more going on behind the
there
scenes.
has to be
there.
more. There has to be
Just differences.
Well, I'm
in
surprised they
opinion.
didn't think of other options. Like, if you're struggling on offense, defense, get rid of one of those people. Maybe bench Watson, see what your
Yeah.
backup does, see if
Yeah.
that makes any better for you. But firing GM, head coach, they're really clean house. This automatically now is a rebuild year for them.
Yeah.
Right.
They're not messing
And
around
now, and they just got beat by the Vikings, which is like, oof, because Vikings were 0-3.
anymore.
But like, when do the players? I mean, I know the players take a lot of heat, but it's like after a team starts out 0-3, they clean house, and I'm like, when do we just say the players suck? Like, at what point? You know, like, and the players do take heat too. Don't get me
Oh,
wrong.
yeah, for
Don't
sure.
get me wrong, but
For sure.
I'm sure he was looking around the rock and like, any of you could be next. So keep it up.
keep it up.
Heat it up. All right, and kind of rounding out there wasn't a big week for sports, honestly. So kind of rounding out the little quartet here. Holly Holm uses her signature finishing move. Bomb kick to the head.
Signature.
See, are you 100% sure? I almost thought this was a decision win. Are you?
No,
Oh,
it was a kick to the head, and then it was
Oh.
like a bowling ball punch.
Oh shoot.
Yep.
And see, I didn't get to see the fight either. I think I
Oh.
saw like maybe a clip on Instagram of like the finish.
Yeah, no, I believe it was second round, maybe the end of the first round.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was a real jumpy.
Because I only got to watch the first half of the main card because I was doing a league tournament thing.
Oh, I gotcha. No, fair enough. Yeah, no, and then she was baiting that kick the whole time, and she finally bit on the bait.
So it was a decision.
Oh, really?
5 rounds. Yep.
Are you sure you're not getting it mixed up with I know Jermaine Durandamy's fight was a finish.
Oh no, I mean,
Could have been. Probably could have looked at this more before we put it on the docket.
I remember watching highlights from it. Maybe she got back up after the.
I just went to the official results.
Oh,
And
fair
it was
enough.
5
All
rounds.
right. Well, decision win.
Either way, great job to Holly Holm because Irene Aldana was in the top 5.
Right.
She'd been knocking some people out. She
Yeah.
she came up quick. Jermaine Durandamy did win the same night. Submission.
Submission. Okay.
Yep, 3 minutes 25 seconds.
And
Round.
I don't know if you guys will hate me for saying this. I actually dislike Jermaine Durandamy greatly.
I think the reason I dislike her is because I expected her to put up a pretty good fight against Cyborg. She didn't.
She really didn't.
Oops.
This is one of the biggest females in that division. Like, if you can't do it to this other big.
Oh, you
female-
mean Amanda Nunes? Or were you? Or did
She fought.
Oh,
Cyborg.
she fought
Cyborg.
both. She fought both. Okay. Because I know she fought Amanda Nunes and got destroyed.
Yeah, well, Amanda Nunes destroys everybody.
Well, I apologize. I must have saw a different highlight reel or something.
Well, no, she did land a lot of head kicks.
Yeah.
Right.
And she does finish a lot of people with head kicks.
Yeah.
I was gonna say she must have. If it was the same fight, she must have gotten back up. But yeah.
From what I heard, Holly Holm took care of business like it wasn't even close.
Oh, yeah, it said it was an absolute dominating fight.
Yeah.
Like 50-45 all across the board.
Right. Yeah.
Here's why I hate Jermaine Durandamy. When she beat Holly Holm, and she's done this on more than one occasion, how many punches did she hit after the bell? There was 2 different bells where she did like a
You
full.
always do that, though.
No, but it was like a full combination. So
Yeah.
like the bell went off, full combination, on two different, and
You know
then
what?
and then she ended up beating Holly Holm by like 1 point on the scorecard, and Holly Holm sitting here with her hands up like she cheated.
As somebody with a lot of experience in this game, that's the referee's fault for not breaking them up. Should have stepped right in between them when that bell rang, bro.
True.
Right.
Or what does the referee deduct a point if you're doing a full combination after the bell? Like I don't know.
No, it's his job to step in.
Okay.
That's why a lot of times you see them standing there like this. Once they click the things for 10 seconds, they'll stand there like this. As soon as the bell goes off, they'll jump in between.
Right.
Like that.
I'm telling you, if I'm in between like Francis Ngannou and Curtis Blades, I'm probably not gonna do that.
That's a pretty scary spot. to
Probably
be in,
not.
for sure.
I'm probably gonna try to trip one of them like from a distance.
All right, boys. You know what time it is.
It's that
A
time.
little bit of 20 questions time.
Number between what and what? Let's go.
Let's do 6 and 15.
You
Do-
One
do you
and
want?
15.
You did both of them.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah, you suck.
yeah. Yeah, you suck.
Let's go 9.
That's the one. That's another face down card up there, boys.
Mm-mm.
I'm here to tell you.
Wait, dude. Oh, this is gonna be another face down one, huh?
Oh, yeah, you guys
Now
are
while
losing.
Dad's here,
You guys are losing this one. All right, boys. Let's see what you got.
should we just get the base one out of the
Yeah.
way?
Volvix. No, I'm kidding. I just like guessed right off the bat.
Magic card. Is it a first generation Pokemon?
Yes.
First gen. So in first gen, the most common are like common fighting in grass, and like ground. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, we'll get the regular. Is it a normal Pokemon?
No.
I found out a way we can cheat doing this. So we can be like,
Let's just say it out
We-
loud
like-
in front of the question asker.
it's not really
Turn
cheating.
your headphones
It's not really cheating. We can say like, is it either a fire, ice, or ground type?
off. No, because it has to be a yes or no.
But no, I'm saying like, is it one of those three? And then he says yes. Then do you
Oh.
Then
see?
you can do those.
Do you
two.
see how we're cheating?
Actually, now, motherfuckers.
Do you see how we're kind of cheating but not really cheating? Because then he says,
Well, yeah, go ahead, ask it then.
is it a fire, water, or ground type?
No.
So not fire. See, but that like gave us
Now
three
that gives you
questions.
3. Yeah.
Okay, so what would be left? Like electricity,
Yeah.
fighting, ghost?
Yeah, there's a lot left, but
Is
well,
electricity fighting or ghost?
Yes.
okay. So we gotta ask between those three. So at this point, I won't write anything down yet. Do we? So yeah, I'll remind
Is it a
Zach.
fighting type?
No. That's 5.
I'll remind Zach he's not
Is it a
allowed.
ghost type?
No.
Is it
That's it.
electricity type?
Yes. 7.
7. So and Dale, you're not allowed to help either.
No helping.
Okay, so we know it's an electricity first gen. That's all we know so far, and we're only 7 questions deep.
Oh yeah, this is fine.
Okay.
Does it evolve?
Yes.
That rules out Electabuzz, because that didn't evolve in first generation. That happened later. Zapdos.
So back.
What else do we got here?
Should we ask how many evolutions first, or
Doesn't
What?
rule out Pikachu.
it does? Oh,
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
I was like,
You can't really ask, like,
because that's not really a yes or no.
doesn't have, yeah.
Well, it
I'm
kind
just
of.
trying to think more electric types right now because there wasn't a ton in that first generation.
Right.
Okay, so
Does it have a tail?
No.
So
Oh, there you
that takes out Pikachu and Raichu.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yep.
How about?
So those guys are all off the board so far. Let's see here.
I was gonna ask, is it circular? But that's a weird question. Like,
Who are you thinking of?
I'm not even sure who I'm thinking of. What's his name? How many electric types are there even first gen?
I don't know. We've ruled out 4.
I'm bad with the problem is I'm bad with the generations. Like different.
Oh, wait. No, that would have had a tail. I was thinking Jolteon for a second.
Oh yeah. Is Jolteon first generation?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Eevee's first generation, so all of its
Yeah.
evolutions, the first 3
The first
evolutions
3.
were, yeah, and the second gen would have been Umbreon and Espeon.
Okay, because I was thinking of like Voltorb, but Because that's what I was thinking by circular.
I'll ask if it's an orb.
Is it a circular like orb Pokemon?
Yes.
I don't want to say it yet though.
That's 10.
Is it a first evolution?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not Electrode, it would be Voltorb. Or
Is it red and white?
No.
oh. What? Okay, let me see. I'm gonna have to write this. I haven't been writing this down, so I lost track of what we were doing. Shit. Well, then it probably because Electrode's like pure white, but
So
yeah,
you said it's a first evolution,
yeah,
so it can't be
so
Electrode.
it can't be that. And you said it's not Zap.
Yeah, not Zapdos, not Jolteon, not Pikachu, not Raichu.
Dang it. Okay.
Dude, how many more?
Yeah, how many more?
Yeah, I just can't think
How
of
many
any
more electric types are there in first gen?
I just can't think of any right now.
What's the magnet guy?
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of
You
when
can
you
give
fight,
up.
when you fight Lieutenant Surge, he's only got like Pikachu, Raichu, and Voltorb or something like that. So
I can't even remember. Was that the guy with the magnets all over him? Which one was that? I can't even remember his name. Yeah, Magnemite. Okay.
I just remember the one from.
well, this is an easy question that'll rule it out or not though. Does it have magnets on it?
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's the first evolution, so it's Magnemite.
Okay.
You can ask it.
Is it Magnemite?
It is Magnemite.
Yes.
I was hoping the round question wouldn't make you guys mad because it is round.
It is round. It is round.
So
yeah.
it's like
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, man, like, what's a good way to ask it?
I thought you were gonna guess Voltorb when you
I
heard it was round.
Well, that's why I asked color. I always
Right,
gotta do
yeah.
color too. Like,
I couldn't remember the
Because
name.
you were ready. You were ready. You were
and
like,
then in my head, I was like,
oh, it's round.
I was
It's
like, I wanna
electric.
say,
And it doesn't have a
is
tail.
it gray? But I was like, that's not specific enough. Does it fucking have magnets? That will make it specific, all right?
I always felt like this and Voltorb were like the same thing. Like they're both
Mm.
round electric types. I don't know.
Just that this one flies.
See, I got to my head and I was
Oh,
like,
This
okay.
one, this is another hover one.
Oh.
See, this is another
Does
hover.
Voltorb
Pokemon.
not hover?
No.
He's just
It's
on
on
the
the
ground.
Yeah,
ground.
they're just all on the
It rolls
ground.
down.
Oh.
Yep, nope, this is another hover type where you'd be like, does it fly? And I'd be like, technically.
How many questions was that?
13.
13.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
really?
Nice job, guys.
Okay.
Told you we ain't taking no more L's as long as I'm around.
Only if I'm alone, then we'll take more else.
You got any plugs? You got any,
Actually, not this week.
no, not this week? All right, man.
Because the tournament's over.
Fair enough, fair enough. All right, well, once again, this is Velocity Entertainment. I'm Kyle Leonard with Tanner Ellis, Michael Otamendi. We love doing it. And if you guys love watching us, you can support us on patreon.com/Velocity Entertainment. I will put the link in the description because apparently people have been having trouble finding our page. So I will make sure to put that in the description so it'll take you directly to the page. You can also find the videos on YouTube, follow us on Twitch, Facebook, and we'll be on podcast services pretty much around the world by tomorrow. So thanks again for listening in and watching, listening to us nerd out about superheroes and people we love to hate and hate to love. It's a nice beefy episode this week.
I enjoyed
So
that was fun.
heck yeah, there's a lot of content. Once again, guys, thanks for listening. Like I said, we just love to gab. So
Shocker. That's
thanks,
really
guys.
inspiring.
Have a wonderful week, and we'll talk to you next week.